49 News. My name is Eric Ratu.
And I'm Emily Greer.
Today we're taking a closer look at something that's been getting a lot of attention recently, the subject of being transgender.
What better way to start the show than having an interview with someone who identifies as transgender?
One of our reporters conducted an interview with Caleb Miller.
We asked him a series of questions that we thought might shed some light on what it's like to be a transgender in America today.
I have Caleb Miller on the phone with us today.
All right. Did growing up affect how you felt being yourself and coming out as a transgender?
Yes, it affected me very much, actually. I know it's a very closed-minded area, and so I knew that it would be really hard for me to come out. And so it really delayed the whole process, especially considering there's not a lot of education for the LGBT community in general in this area. It was really hard it's kind of like I was on my own trying to figure out about my personal self.
All right. And when did you realize that you weren't the gender that you were born as?
Well, there's always been instances here and there in my childhood, but I never really made that connection until more recently. But the first time when I actually fully realized it, when I was at governor's school this past summer, it would have been in July, and I actually met someone who was trans, and then that through talking with him and explaining how I felt personally, it kind of helped me realize who I was as transgender.
Awesome. So you had someone that kind of guided you and helped you figure out who you were.
Oh, yes, and it was very helpful for me, too.
Okay, and how have your friends and family reacted to this?
Well, pretty much all of my friends have reacted very positively about it. They've all been very supportive of me. Family there are some relatives who are more in my distant family and some immediate family members. They've not been completely supportive, but they haven't all been negative either. Only a couple have been negative.
Right.
But then specifically my brother and sister have also been super supportive.
Awesome. And how far do you think that you'll take the process of the transformation?
I personally plan on completely changing legally, physically, everything. I do plan, hopefully, whenever I'm legal adult and have the job, I do plan on going on testosterone and then hopefully in the future have surgery.
Out of the 17 North Carolina state universities, only a handful of bathrooms can be found that are listed as gender neutral. UNC Charlotte has a policy that allows individuals to use restrooms freely based on the gender they identify as. This is the beginning of a push by the state to include more gender-neutral bathrooms.
We are headed to campus to find out what people think about this as well as other transgender-related topics. Now, to our on-scene reporter, Madison.
Thanks, Emily. I'm standing outside of UNCC Student Union interviewing a few students about the topic of being transgender. So, do you know the definition of what it means to identify as that?
Yes. Is it like when a man becomes a woman and a woman becomes a man?
Right, so that would be the final stage where you actually get that transitioning surgery. But to identify as it means that your gender identity does not correspond with the sex that is listed on your birth certificate. So, do you know the policy regarding genders going into bathrooms?
Is it like what the person identified himself as?
Exactly. So, if you identify as a man, you can use the male restroom and vice versa for women. And we are actually going to be showing the Danish Girl in the Student Union on Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday of this weekend. Do you know anything about that?
Is it an Asian movie?
It is not. However, it is a really awesome film where a man decides that he wants to become a woman, despite the fact that he is married to a woman, and his wife is completely okay with that.
Oh.
So do you think you would see that movie now that you've heard about it?
Maybe.
Maybe? Okay, well, thank you so much for your time.
Thanks.
Excuse me. So do you know anything about what it means to identify as transgender?
I know that it means that you don't identify with the sex you were born.
Correct. So whatever's on your birth certificate, it's the opposite of.
Yeah.
And do you know the bathroom policy at UNCC regarding transgender people?
I know that you can use the bathroom that you feel you identify with.
Correct. So it's male and male. There's no biological sex involved with that.
Yeah.
And the student union is actually going to be showing the Danish girl. Do you know anything about that movie?
I know that it's about a transsexual man that's transitioning.
Exactly. So it's about this man who decides that he wants to be a woman and is married to a woman. And his wife is actually very open to that and helps him go through that process.
Okay.
So thank you so much for your time. I hope you go see the movie.
Thank you. I will.
Back to you in the newsroom.
Thanks, Madison. Despite the positive attitudes from UNC Charlotte's population in relation to transgenders, not everyone in North Carolina feels the same.
Governor Pat McCrory recently passed House Bill 2, which declares that state law overrides all local municipalities concerning wages, employment, and public accommodations, specifically towards multiple occupancy bathrooms and locker rooms. What this means is that individuals can only use the bathroom or locker room that corresponds with the biological sex listed on their birth certificate.
Discrimination is found all throughout the country, and here's Ryan to tell you more.
Ryan again with your forecast. Talking about discrimination. It's been raining a lot of it lately. Over here in West Virginia, 2 transgender women were asked to remove all jewelry, wigs, and makeup for their photo ID. They were also referred to as it by the DMV employees. Over here in Washington, D.C., President Obama is trying to stop the storm of discrimination. He says that transgenders should be allowed to participate in our military. The Defense Department claims they're banned from enlisting because of psychosexual conditions, including but not limited to transsexualism and transvestism, the defective genitalia, including transsexual. That's a lot of discrimination. Back over to Emily and Eric.
And that's all we have for you today. Once again, I'm Eric Ratu.
And I'm Emily Greer. From all of us at Channel 49 News, we thank you for watching.